The internet plays a very big role in my daily life, and I think this goes for most people in the world today. The internet has just become part of our daily routine, and it has a lot of advantages and also some disadvantages as well. But yeah, I find that the internet has made my life a bit more convenient. Obviously, you can live without the internet, and I know a few people who are really not using the internet for much of anything. Granted, these are mostly older people, but they're carrying on with their lives and there's no issues. But for me, I find the internet to be a very, very useful tool in my personal life and also for my career as well. And like I said, the internet has a lot of benefits. And for me, the two big benefits that I can think of when it comes to the internet is education and entertainment. Now, when I say education, I'm just talking about gathering information for your own personal knowledge and for work or for school if you're in school. So the internet really has made life so much easier. And as for entertainment, that's pretty self-explanatory as well. I love getting on the internet, watching some funny videos, having a laugh, and I really enjoy the internet. However, there's also some disadvantages as well. And the main one is actually what I want to talk about in this video. This overconsumption of negative media that has plagued a lot of us. And I'm sure most of us has found ourselves doom scrolling or getting clickbaited by some rage bait video, and you find yourself going down a rabbit hole of just, especially with the short form content, you just find yourself just scrolling non-stop. I've actually been guilty of this quite a few times in my life, where I've found myself just lying in bed, spending hours just scrolling, and afterwards I just feel like crap. And even during, because it's like you get that hit of dopamine whenever you scroll to the next video. It's not really even about the video itself. It's just this idea of, okay, there's more to see. And it doesn't feel good, especially afterwards. Afterwards, when you put your phone down and you're like, damn, I've wasted a lot of time. And I can't really remember a lot of the videos that I was looking at, but I do remember how they made me feel. It doesn't feel good, especially the rage bait stuff. So I really can't stand it. And they have quite a huge negative impact on your mental health as well. It can cause a lot of issues, and it can be very, very damaging to your health. So I think this is something that we really need to start taking seriously. I know there's been a wave of enlightenment when it comes to this issue, where especially I see this with people of my generation, the millennials, where people have been doing this internet detox. People deleting their social media, basically just stepping away from social media, just doing a detox. And people have been making videos here in YouTube where they explain how much better their lives are now that they're no longer on Instagram or TikTok. And I will say I've also participated in this movement, and it's a good thing. It really is a good thing for me. It meant deleting TikTok, because really TikTok, that's where I was finding myself doom scrolling and just watching stuff that was just not making me feel good. So I got rid of my TikTok on my phone, and yeah, I've never looked back. The only two things that I have are Instagram and YouTube. And when it comes to Instagram, I'm not really even on Instagram that much. My main focus or rather my main reason for having Instagram is to follow my favorite artists. Every once in a while I will go there, check out some artwork, get inspiration. That's really the only reason. I don't watch I don't watch Instagram Reels. And please understand, I'm not trying to say there's anything wrong with watching short form content. Hell, I used to make short form content here on YouTube. I'm still gonna make some in the future, So I think with short form content, it's pretty cool. It's also very entertaining as well. I used to like watching like funny videos. Short form videos, and it's got a lot of educational stuff as well and a lot of entertainment there as well. So please don't think that I'm saying, people shouldn't be watching short form content. There's something really, really wrong with it. I don't think so at all. I think it the algorithm kind of like gives you what you pay attention to, So that's what it comes down to. Because for me, I will try my best to avoid, when I was still on TikTok, I remember I'll try my best to just avoid the clickbaity stuff, just scroll away quickly, and then so that I can restructure my feed so that the algorithm can feed me the stuff that I want to see. But I won't lie, it's very challenging for me personally. Sometimes I just see a video talking about some hot topic and I just have to pause. And that pause, the algorithm immediately will bombard you with more of that stuff. So as much as I tried my best to create a clean feed for myself, it just wasn't working out. So I found it best for me just to leave the platform altogether. So yeah, that's what I did. But yeah, I think short form content is cool. It's a lot of fun. But I think it should be consumed in moderation. I still prefer long form content because it's very hard for me to binge or to doom scroll long form content, because long form content requires you to stop, pay attention to what you're watching for a prolonged period of time, and I can do that. The nice thing about long form content is I can watch it while doing something else. I could just listen to one of my favorite art talk videos while I'm drawing. I like listening to Trent Kanyuga. I'm probably not saying his surname right. He's one of my favorite artists. I just like his, I love his YouTube channel. He's got a cool vibe. Trent, guys like Trent, Hardy Fowler, Anthony Jones. I just love listening to those guys, And yeah, that's one of the things I love about short form content is it's not all consuming, because with long form content, it's not all consuming for me. Whereas with short form content, I have to pay attention to it, So yeah, I just find it's not really good for me personally. So I try to stay away from it as much as I can. But it's not really even about the format of the video. It's about the content that you're consuming. consuming negative content is just, it just doesn't do any good for me. I try to stay away from it. And it's hard because, especially when it comes to politics, politics permeates every avenue. Like, it's everywhere you go, and that stuff is so addictive, man. Like, just listening to someone debating about something that you disagree with, and you find yourself watching a video of, you want to see, because you've seen these titles of these types of videos where the title will be something like, so and so gets owned by facts, or so and so gets obliterated, so you see, because the stuff that I used to find myself being drawn to was seeing someone who has like a political view that I don't disagree with getting owned by someone else. I'm like, oh yes, they're finally I really want to see this guy, get fact checked and exposed as a fraud, or exposed as a rage baiter, or as a grifter rather. And then I will watch that video and I actually see what I want to see. I see this person getting embarrassed or humiliated, exposed to being a grifter. And it's satisfying in that moment, but afterwards, I don't feel good. I actually feel worse. I feel worse. And I'm like, this stuff, it doesn't, it's not good for me. It's what I'm trying to say. So I find it best to, even if someone is saying something that I agree with politically, I avoid that as well, because it doesn't make me feel good, And I understand the importance of being informed about what's going on around the world and all of these things. But there's a difference, man. I think there's a big difference of you being informed on a specific topic and just going down a rabbit hole of watching people talk about the same thing over and over again and debate each other and, get on their moral high grounds. I think there's a big difference. So that type of stuff, I don't like it. I really don't like it. And I think they can affect your relationships as well. Now, I'm not saying that if you have someone in your life who has like a very terrible view on some political topic, like maybe this person is very discriminatory, is very prejudiced towards a certain group of people. And because they've been consuming all of these types of content, they feel justified in their views. And then they start spewing that stuff at you. I'm not saying you should just accept these people's views. What I'm saying is when you consume a lot of this stuff, you might find yourself, because it puts you in a bubble, you might find yourself, although your intentions might be genuine, you might find yourself being blinded to certain things because you're so set in your way of seeing things that you are so sensitive to anything that anyone says that doesn't really fit with your specific view. I found myself in this situation, and then you find yourself, just debating with the people in your life for certain things that might not be as worthy of such a disagreement, if you get what I'm trying to say. So, I've gone on a tangent now. But what I'm trying to say is, this stuff that we consume, we need to pay close attention to it, because it's food to your mind. What you feed your mind has has quite a profound effect on how you act out in the world, how you interact with other people, and how you just go about your life, So I think, yes, be informed, but try to consume more positive things. I think that's the better way. Have a good balance is what I'm trying to say, So for me, I just try to consume a lot of positive things, the stuff that inspires me, the stuff that feeds my passion. And I just find that to be a much better way of living my life. And yeah. Anyway, that's really all I wanted to talk about today. So yeah, anyways, thank you for sticking around and watching my video, and I will catch you in the next one. Cheers.